getting kind of crazy. Hey everyone, so 1,700 subscribers. Wow. I don't know what to say. I know it took a long time to finally get around to doing the Q&A answers video. Aaron is really unhappy with the box he's trying to chew up right now, but puppy problems. Finally got my play button, finally got enough time to sit down and take care of this video. I've been really busy with work, so let's just get to the Q&A. So, what is your favorite pet and what's your favorite non-domesticated animal? So my favorite pet is dogs. I love dogs. I've always been a dog person. I have 2 cats. They're pretty cool. Let's see if I can, come here. Come here. Come on. No. So, actually, the cat's still over. Come here. Come here. Or you, that's fine. No, puppy. Let's do it this way. So that's Chess. There's Aaron. Being a pain, like always. But that's just what puppies do. Oreo is hiding. He's not as social as Chess is. So, my favorite non-domesticated animal. No, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Aaron. Oreo. Yeah. Aaron kind of picks on him. They're both the same size as one another, and Oreo won't scratch him, where Chess will scratch the living heck out of him if he messes around. Oreo's trying to screw the tripod. So my favorite non-domesticated animal has got to be a red fox. I love them. I think they're super adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet, but from what I understand, they don't make great pets, and I'm not legally allowed to have one where I live. So the next one I have on here is real full name. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I feel like JS puppy, hey, stop. JS leaves, you know, obviously my initials are JS because my first name is James, so last name is Sutherland. That much would be pretty obvious if you actually see my tattoos, which I will go through later because I do have my family crest tattooed on one of my arms and it says my last name on there. So no sense in trying to be anonymous here. You'd figure it out. The internet is a very smart place. How old are you? What's your favorite movie? So I am 29. I turned 30 this November. My favorite movie would have to be Guy Ritchie's Snatch. Whereabouts are you from? I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. It is probably one of the flattest places on earth. In central Manitoba where I live, it is flat. I don't do many hiking videos actually in central Manitoba other than the Birds Hill stuff. Because other than that, I like to go away from Winnipeg where there's hills. So I have 2 questions here. What made you start YouTube and what motivated you to start YouTube, to do YouTube? So originally I started making these videos to kind of track my own progress with hiking, to see how I do before and after if I do trail more than once. You should post this stuff online and, you know, you can maybe inspire other people to get out and try. So that's one of the big ones that motivates me right now. I've had quite a few people actually reach out to me on Instagram via direct message and let me know like, hey, like I inspired them to start hiking, and that's super amazing. It really means a lot to me. You know, if I've inspired any of you guys to go out and start hiking, by all means, drop a comment down below and let me know all about it. What has been your favorite hiking experience? Summiting Whistler's Mountain in Jasper, Alberta. So last year in June, I got the opportunity to go to Jasper. It was the first time in my life I'd ever seen the mountains. Unfortunately, due to scheduling, I only had 1 day to be in Jasper, and I had to be back in Edmonton by midnight. So as soon as I could rent a car, it was 8 a.m. It's a 4-hour drive. I got into Jasper around noon. I made it about 1.2 kilometers up the trail to climb Whistler's. I was struggling with the altitude and just not being able to do it that fast. My moving pace was pretty slow. So I made the decision, just because like my difficulty breathing and all that, like I made the decision I'm not gonna summit if I start from the base, I need to take this sky car or sky tram up to the top upper station, which puts you, I think, within about 200 or so vertical meters of the summit. So I did summit. I think it was like 3K round trip. It took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But standing on top of Whistler's Mountain, I was hooked. I was like, Kate, I'm going to be a mountaineer one day. I'm starting to get back on the weight loss train, which is really good. I'm thinking about doing some vlogs more centered around the weight loss in amongst all my hiking vlogs. We'll see what happens. Let me know down below if you guys want me to start posting a bit of content just regarding general weight loss stuff. And I'll try my best to get that going, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I've actually really grown to enjoy talking to the camera, which is weird because at first I hated it. I always wanted to do YouTube, but I wanted to like write and produce and edit and film and have nothing to do with being in front of the camera. But now I like it, so I guess why not just go for it. Next one on here is, what is your favorite sports team? Keep it on, puppy, sorry. I gotta say the Winnipeg Jets. I think I'd probably get ran out of the city if it wasn't my favorite sports team. Yeah, other than that, I root for Team Canada during the Olympics. Not a huge sports guy. Did I have difficulty in my school life? Yes and no. So I didn't struggle with learning or my studies. I didn't study. Hey, puppy. Ow, don't chew on my hand, please. I didn't struggle with school in the sense that I found it hard. I struggled with school in the sense that I hated it and didn't want to be there. So I would often cut class when I was in high school and messed around. I actually ended up, hey, puppy, out on. I actually graduated a year late. I was supposed to graduate in 2007. I ended up graduating late in 2008, but I stuck through. I graduated and I went on to go to college, where in college, I actually had straight A's. So in high school, I had like a 55 average. I did very poorly, but when I went to college to study heavy equipment mechanics, so that box is for the cats to scratch, and he has pulled it out of the corner and is proceeding to try destroying it. Puppy life. It is awesome. So in college, I got all straight A's. Same thing with apprenticeship. I am a licensed truck transport mechanic. So I did 4 years of apprenticeship, which means every year you go back to school for 2 months. I excelled at that. It was straight A's, A pluses across the board. I did very well in apprenticeship. Not so much in high school. My advice I give people is do your best, pass it, go into like a trade school or university, take something you enjoy and you're passionate about, and you will find that your grades drastically improve when you really care about what you're learning. Where do you buy plus size hiking clothing? It's hard to find, and why no underwear? So I buy most of my plus size hiking clothing at Under Armour. I buy it online because my size typically isn't carried in store. I'm going to do a review on my hiking pants situation because I was using North Face convertible hiking pants for a while, and if you've seen my wardrobe malfunction video, you've seen how they ended. And the why no underwear has come up quite a bit with the hiking malfunction. In the summertime, I'm a big dude, and if I wear boxer shorts under whatever I'm hiking in, I sweat like crazy, which means I chafe like crazy, and it's just not pleasant. I have started carrying like a backup pair of shorts just in case I rip my pants or something. It works for me. It's not for everybody, but it does a trick. Next one is, my question is, if you could hike anywhere in the world, which would it be? I'm going to have to say, if I could hike anywhere in the world, it would be Nepal. I really want to do the Everest Base Camp trek. I'm a little scared of it because it is 14 days of trekking. But I kind of envision having this like older Asian man whipping my ass up the mountains, and I come back 100 pounds lighter. I don't know. It's not in the works for this hiking season, probably not next hiking season, but I'm thinking 2021, possibly. We'll see how things go. The biggest limitation there is my own abilities. I'm not 100% confident that I could do it at this point in time. When I feel I can do it, I will give it a try. Okay, so what tattoos do I have and why? So I have 3 tattoos. I have this one on my outer right arm, which is the Clan Sutherland crest. I got that when I was 18. The next one I have, I'll just tilt the camera down, is this one here. It started off as just the Scottish flag done by a friend of mine who was not a tattoo artist. The girl that did this one actually covered up the puppy has trapped the cat in the box. He's escaped now. Okay, so she did a cover up. It looked a lot worse than this, so she redid a bit of the flag, made it look like a medieval banner, did like a castle wall in the back, just because I thought it was cool. And lastly is my newest tattoo, which is this one here. It says, "The earth does not belong to us, we belong to the earth." It is a Green Man tattoo. The Green Man is very special to me because something I haven't talked about at all on this page is I actually practice Celtic polytheism as my religion, more specifically Druidry. Next one, will you ever attempt to climb Mount Everest? I've had this one come up twice on YouTube and like 2 or 3 times on Instagram. I would love to. I just don't think my financial situation is ever going to allow for that. That is a lot of money you have to spend to do it. I am nowhere near in the physical shape that I could accomplish it, and I cannot justify wasting $60,000 to $100,000 to not have a shot at all at completing it. If down the road it's something that is a physical possibility for me and B, a financial possibility for me, I would absolutely love to. When it comes to mountains, my absolute goal has got to be K2. I think it would be amazing. I think that would be like the pinnacle of my climbing career, but I'm nowhere near there in the slightest. So next one is, what's the hardest hike you've ever attempted? I would say the Hunt Lake Trail here in Manitoba. It is very difficult, especially being a plus size person. If you ever come to Manitoba, I definitely recommend giving it a try, but it's a lot of climbing and people do it all the time. It's a very popular trail, but for me personally, that trail kicked my ass. If you've seen my worst hike video, I talk about the worst time I had ever on that trail. It was brutal. I did very poorly. The last question I have is actually from my Instagram directly, and it is, what future goals do I have for my channel? I would, in a perfect world, love to get to a point where I could just do YouTube full time and spend my time traveling Canada, the United States, Europe, and Asia doing mountain climbing and hiking professionally. I'm not sure if that'll ever be a reality, but for now, I am just really, really enjoying the whole process of doing it. And I really enjoy my job, so it's not a big deal for me to continue working my 9 to 5. It's just kind of like that ultimate dream and goal would be to build this up to a point where I could just do this full time. And that would be pretty amazing. So that is all the questions and answers answered. If you have any other questions, drop them down below. So here is the play button I ordered myself. I don't know if you can read it. It just says, congratulations for surpassing 1,000 subscribers. I bought it from the same place, the same guy on Etsy that gave me my 100 subscriber plaque. I think my wife's getting a little annoyed with these YouTube pictures popping up, but we'll just keep doing it until she gets mad at me and makes me take them down. If you like what I'm doing here, please hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications whenever I upload new content. Hit the like button. If you have more questions, drop them down below. I love answering your questions. I try to respond to as much feedback as possible. If you want to just have a conversation with me, go to my Instagram, send me a direct message. I finally figured out how to see messages like that people send you, like requests. I'm pretty new at Instagram, so you got to kind of bear with me. And the part that I guess everyone's probably waiting for was who did I draw for the $50 giveaway? And it was actually verityisobel. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm so sorry if I did. If I pronounced it wrong, I will put your name in the comments, like in the chat, like description box down below. Come on, James. We know what we're doing here. Allegedly. We'll see what happens. I'll put your name down below. Reach out to me on Instagram. I will make the arrangements then and like there for that. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to kind of leave it how it is, because a lot of people seem to really enjoy it more when I screw up. I screw up a lot in my videos. I've just kind of accepted it and just leave them in the videos now because everybody seems to really like it. So yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Bluetooth remote died. I'll talk to you all again soon.